Reg, what's been up, man? We back. We live on Facebook now. At least we got that figured out.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? This seems like it's something new every week coming out with this technology. And so you play with one, that one go bad. We was rolling a couple weeks ago and sound went out, had to stop it. Week before that, the cameras went out. But anyway, man, we keep trying, we keep pushing, and we hope to get better. I mean, that's all we can do. So we missed last week due to a sickness. We don't have to go back into that. Y'all who follow me on Facebook know what it was. Some people don't believe in COVID, but I believe in COVID strongly. So when I have it, I try to stay clear of everybody and respect everybody's boundaries. I don't want nobody to choking down on me, man. Reg, what's been up, man? Let's try this again. Let's
Uh,
try this again. Man.
oh, good old week, man. Another good week, except these allergies kicking back up again. So that's about it.
Thought allergies was like springtime.
Man,
Like, what
no,
is?
they usually is, man. But this year, I guess, because still got that cool weather, the breeze. Trees are still doing what they do with the pollen on them. Pollen count is high.
You mean I forgot you be reading them newspapers? Is that what you read in the newspaper,
And on
man?
the news, yeah, buddy. Yeah.
Damn pollen count. And sometimes I be thinking that's what I be hoping when I get sick. I'm like I be hoping it's this damn my allergies, and that shit just keep on progressing, getting worser. And I'm like, man, what is going on? I was always susceptible to the flu, right?
You ever had a flu shot?
One time at the dump, did that shit. Well, you remember when the dump was giving them free flu shots?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, go on, give me that flu shot. I can't remember if the shit worked or not.
And I never had a flu shot. I ain't never had the flu. Knock
You,
on wood.
all right, do you know what the flu feel? How you know you ain't never had it if you don't know what it feel like?
Coming from people telling me the symptoms of, I've never been real sick like that for it to be the flu.
Okay, well that's a blessing.
Yes, sir.
That's a blessing. And that's the thing about with this COVID shit. Everybody not gonna be affected like some people.
Yeah.
I always got the flu. When I got the flu, I got that bad. You know what I mean? So the COVID is just 10, 20, 30 times worse.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, I'm not trying to catch that. The mask. Should have kept my mask. You need a mask up. Bring the mask back. Bring the goddamn mask back.
Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day too.
We bringing the mask back. Matter of fact, I say let's shut down for another 2 months. Let's shut this shit down for another 2 months. And let's see what happened, man. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
You're gonna have people cussing you out talking about shut down for another 2 months, man.
Nah, you know what? That shutting down got them over. People that shutting down shit made people lazy, man.
You sure did.
And I mean, because you think how they was hustling it. If you think about it, they didn't have to pay no rent.
Yep, got the extra unemployment money.
Unemployment money. Plus, they was getting the COVID money.
Yeah,
they was balling out of control.
Yeah, Louis in the Gucci store was selling out.
And now it's time to go back to work, and them motherfuckers like, I had it good. Like that's like playing in the NFL, playing in the NBA. Then you get demoted to the CBA or some shit. Like, damn.
Hey, gee, who want to go to work when you making more money at home?
Right, making more money at home. Fill out application. What?
Yeah.
Shit, application. The hustle was real.
Man, you go some of these fast food joints, man, they can't get workers.
Can't get workers. I was looking at something, right, and they was talking about the shortage of fast food workers, got people on edge, all these fights and shit in these restaurants.
Yeah.
Popeyes, they say it's due to being shorthanded. It's due to being shorthanded.
Right. People overworked and you gonna come in there, they overwork, you can come in and talk bad to me, that man, they ready to get it on.
Right?
They're gonna take their frustrations out on somebody else.
Right? Exactly. That guy. Let me find this link from my boy Alan. Let me see, man. Reg, what's going on with this Tupac shit? What's the deal with that, man?
Hey man, the It had all the same. To me, ain't no new information, man. The only thing that I knew everything that they talking about right now. Only thing I don't know is what they found out when they went to the house 30 years later. That's the only thing missing part for me.
Right.
He had all
It
that.
probably wasn't nothing in his crib at first place.
But the rest of the information, he told it all on social media, Lad TV, and all them other shows he was talking about. Police already know where everybody was sitting in the car and who shot, supposed to shot, and all that. But there's nothing new for me for what they should have been arrested. It don't take 30-some years. Got to had the same evidence. That's what I'm not under.
It it don't make no sense. I mean, you if you listen to YouTube, you hear
Theories.
so many different theories, and Keefe D is holding on to more information and
Yeah,
whatnot.
He gonna tell on Puffy. Come on, man.
All right.
Yo,
I don't know.
Right now, his word ain't believable. So say you lied about this, but you telling the truth about this. Hey, I don't know.
Y'all bear with me for a second. I'm trying to. So yeah, man, I don't know what's gonna come out of this. Like, see, here's the thing, Reg. You watch first 48, watch.
Yes.
I mean, right?
Of course.
So in the first 48, when your ass go on a drive-by, your ass go on a robbery, if you're on a robbery, anything, if somebody died, everybody that was involved in that car getting the same charge. So the shit don't even make no sense to me to come out 30 years later to now charge the man with murder.
See, I think the name is Greg Keating. He said PVD had a proffer agreement, but I'm not sure.
What type of agreement?
It's called a proffer. PROFER. Proffer. But proffer.
Okay.
PROFER. Yeah, proffer agreement. So I don't know if that was about for that Tupac shooting or something else, but he's saying he had the proffer agreement for one subject, and he went on social media talking about other stuff that he wasn't covered under the agreement. Yeah, so that's why he got picked up.
That's crazy. What's up, DB? What's cracking, bro? What's cracking? We got to get you in. DB, we got to get you in the studio, man. We got to get you in the studio, man. Me and Reg, we holding it down. We missed last week, and I told her, I said, I told the whole crew, we got to keep this momentum. We have to keep the momentum going, because once you stop this shit, it's one week gonna turn into a month, and then come the new year, I'm be like, hey, fellas, we're gonna start back the podcast back up. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to stay consistent. Last week I was sick. You know what I mean? So
and shout out to Shay and Bird. We got them on special assignment.
Yeah, we got them on special assignment. They are street team. We got Shay actually headed out. I almost gave it away. I ain't gonna give it away where she's going, but we got her headed out. We supposed to have my man Big JJ calling in to the show. And by the way, y'all can call in 514-4268. That's 702-514-4268. We don't have no topics that we're set on today. We're just trying to get into the groove. We're trying to, keep the show going. Yes, so we just wanted to go live. So we don't have anything specific that we really want to touch on or talk about. So if it's something out there that you may want to touch on, hey, don't feel shy. Pick up the phone, or we can drop the link in the chat. You can hit that link. Matter of fact, where is that link at? Let me get that link and drop it.
Yeah, me and G was talking about them Las Vegas Aces. Okay. Tell me what y'all think about it. I don't see no sweep. I see a down to the last game series.
I don't know, Rich. I don't know, man. I don't know. The game starts at 6:00, so that's why we went early, because we know our Las Vegas fans, they are loyal. Las Vegas, this is one thing I'll say about Vegas. They are loyal to what was born here. That's what they can't stand the Raiders, but if it was born here, like the Aces, like the Gold Knights, they gonna be loyal. They gonna hold it down, but they have a hard time accepting any outsiders. And we ain't talking about just teams, people, businesses, whatever. So it's gonna be interesting to see when the NBA comes knocking. Matter of fact, well, the A's is already gonna be here. You think Vegas is about to embrace the A's?
Some people will.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, just like some people gonna embrace the Raiders.
But they're gonna be called the Las Vegas A's.
That's the thing. They should change the goddamn name.
Right.
They should change the name, change the uniforms, get
Yep.
then that might
Bring more in.
that might make people say, okay, this is us. See, the Raiders came in as the Raiders. The Raiders have been in Oakland.
Yeah.
They've been in LA. So it's like
still the Raiders. They just Vegas.
Yeah, they still the Raiders. So, Vegas fans can be a little finicky, but hey, when they loyal, they loyal. But yeah, we gonna see what the Aces do. The game started at 6:00. The Vegas Golden Knights got a 4-1 victory last night. If you was there, you could have got some 2 free tacos today, man. You could have got 2 of them free Taco Bell tacos, Reg, if you was at the game, man.
No, thank you.
You don't fuck with Taco Bell?
No, sir.
Period. That all that if you hungry,
When they brought the Mexican pizzas back, I had a couple Mexican pizzas, but you know how it go when some come back and then it just
the quality.
There you go, drops.
The quality just wasn't there. The quality just wasn't there. Yeah, that fast food. We need to lay off that fast food. We really need to lay off that fast food. Anyway, let me check. What I be doing? I be So how your week been, Reg, man? What's been going on, man?
Oh yeah, good week, man. Nice and smooth. I can't complain.
Nice and smooth. So let me ask you a question, Reg. If you was to give any advice like to these youngsters out here as far as career, like we were just talking about, don't nobody want to work after COVID,
right,
and whatnot. What type of advice would you give some of these youngsters that's just now graduating, or who have maybe been out of school for maybe 3-4 years, still struggling to find their way? What type of advice? What type of blueprint could you lay out for them and say, man, look here, this is follow this, and I guarantee you'll be here in 10 years.
All I can do is tell them, man, it's not too late. If you find something that you like or you just want to do, study everything about it, then go real hard at it. Like you said, in 10 years, looking like halfway done with it, or you done with it. It'll go a long way if you really find something you like to do.
Right. So Reg, you say 10 years. Even for us as adults, grown ass men, it's hard to look down that 10-year path and say, okay, I got to put this work in for 10 years just to get here, just to do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's hard for grown ass men.
It is.
So how do we get that across to a youngster to say, hey, you got to sacrifice right now? And I guarantee you, because that's what I try to preach to these youngsters. I'm like, go hard now. Don't fuck off your 20s.
Yes.
Don't fuck off your 30s, man. Go hard. Then you can kind of maybe back off a little when you get a little older, 52, and 50 plus. You know what I mean?
You have to listen to older people like me and you that's done it. We was 20 at one time and didn't know what our future was going to be like. So if somebody, has somebody grab you, tell you got to listen to the older people. They telling you something real that's going to help you later on have an easy life. Work hard now, play later.
Work hard now, play later. Mike Elliott is in the house. What's going on, bro? What's going on, bro? Mike? Hey, I got them hoodies for you too, man. It's hoodie season. I know you want to get those hoodies. I just got a thread. I just got to do the front of them. I just want to do the front of them. And I also want to get a second day. You're still interested in the podcast. So you just reach out to me and let me know. I didn't leave y'all hanging. I just had a lot of shit going on, like I spoke about. But I want to get a second day. Try to, get this thing off the ground with Vegas Live. Yeah, Reg, back kind of to what we was talking about, because and what point was I? Did you have a point you was gonna make?
Yeah, I would give an example. Just say you want to be a plumber. Study what best plumber schools to go to, and how long would it take, and just study it, break it down. Put you a game plan on it. I'm gonna be here in this time, here at this point in my life, and it'll go just like that smooth.
Right, exactly. Me and this cat was talking about CDL license earlier, and I had shared the story how I got my CDL when it was, that old Republic CDL, Reg. I was telling about them days.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how you obtained your shit, but that's another story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the value of a CDL license. You know what I mean? I don't think. Damn. I don't think drivers are going out of demand anytime soon. You know, cross country, in town, whatever. So that CDL license, man, you can take it a lot of different places, man. If you have anything to add, 702-514-4268. That's 702-514-4268. The phone lines are open. I got my boy Reg. We holding it down today. Co-host Shay, Bird, they on special assignment, so hopefully we can get them back in studio. Or not, even if not in studio, we can get them remotely next week. That'll be good. That will be great. Like I say, we don't have no specific topics that we're touching on today. We're just randomly, you know, speaking on some stuff. I saw a story, I think last week, Reg, with a teacher. They said the teacher, I think, did they fire her because they found out she had a OnlyFans account. I was tempted to get a subscription just to see what she was doing.
Is it age limit on how old you have to be to get one?
I don't know. I would imagine so. With the OnlyFans?
Yeah, that's what.
Well, no, I don't know. I wouldn't think it was an age limit. I guess if you're a minor, there's certain stuff
That
they
you gotta put on.
restrict.
Okay, right,
Yeah,
right.
you know what I mean.
Well, that was my point. So I'm not understanding why would they fire her if she had one and the kids can't get on there to see her. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's like something in her contract that we don't know about.
Well,
you got to be professional at all time, even when you're not at work. You know what I mean?
well, each school district is probably going to be different as far as their morality clause.
Right.
I guess that's what you would call it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, morality. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And who knows? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Because they said, some people they be making money just by showing their feet. So did it say she was being nude on hers, or did it?
Oh, you know what? I didn't, like I said.
When I read it, it didn't say nothing new about nudity. It said she had her own. But
next time we got to get on. Next time we got to, hey man, go get an account. See what the damn teacher doing, man.
That's doing our homework, bro.
That's doing the homework. That's
take one for the team.
That's being a journalist, because that's basically what this is. This is hood journalism at its best. That's exactly what this is, man. And that's what we're trying. That's what we're attempting. Not attempting. That's what we're doing. You know what I mean? It's gonna get better. Trust me, it's gonna get better. Update my. I got my screen small, so over here it's not. Can't see stuff that's over.
And maybe that teacher she wasn't making enough.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. I mean, look. Well, you know what? I can't say exactly. Let me stop. Let me stop. Because I believe, as a teacher, as any type of public servant, you have an image to uphold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because, Reg, you have to answer this question. If you had I'm not sure what grade she taught, but let's just say a grade school child, and you saw your teacher on any type of social media platform, whether he acting a fool, cursing people out, whether he or she is stripping, would you feel a certain type of way if that was your son or your grandson's teacher?
Yeah, because like you said, they want to hold that image, that public image or whatever. That you want to be professional at all times. I'd be like, that's your teacher. So it's a difference. It'll make me look at it different.
Right. Exactly, as well as it should. I mean, I definitely would be looking at that like, hold on.
9 times out of 10, these kids is savvy, tech savvy. They're gonna pull it up. They're gonna find a way to get that teacher page.
I be going. JJ supposed to be checking in, because JJ, he loves talking about these relationship things, on how women feel, how this, that. I'm gonna wait till I'm gonna play those videos if he pops up, if he shows up. Let me go check. He might be back there now. That's the one thing I don't like about this system. Sometimes they don't notify you. Can't even see the goddamn notifications. Probably gonna need a new link. They're probably gonna tell me this link ain't working. I don't see him, but I'll find him. Find him there. Oh. What else is going on in the world, man? We got this. Look, this is one thing. This war that's going on over there in the Gaza Strip, Israel, man. It's a sad situation, man. I was looking at TikTok today, man. TikTok, they showed some shit that had you, man. There was a dude on there with his baby. Baby was dead. He holding the baby in the hospital. I'm like, man. And this is from the bombs that's being dropped in Gaza. You know, what I and here's I mean, I always believe it's two sides to every story. I'm not trying to justify any killing on either side, no terrorist acts, no killing, no war, anything of that nature. So I'm not trying to justify any of that. But I always have to ask the question. I always have to ask the question, what's the other side? Because America wants to paint it as this Hamas, that that group like are the terrorists. That's kind of what I'm reading into. But like I say, man, what's the full story? What's really going on over there? What's going on over there? I was talking to my boy, Reg. Let me just say this real
Mm-hmm.
quick. I was talking to my boy today, and he was kind of breaking it down because he did some research. He say the Gaza Strip is basically like 100 square miles. He gave me like, hey, this is how big it is. It ain't that big of a space, and they got all these people just piled up in this space, and it's basically barricaded. Where they this is where they got to stay. But I think it is the other side. I'm just gonna say the other side because I don't know the official name. They control all the water, all the electricity. They control everything they do. It sounds like they control their food. Now I'm not sure if these are facts or not. I'm not sure. So if I'm wrong, Alan, what up, bruh? Welcome. Maybe you can help me out with this Gaza Strip thing. But Rev, they control everything over there.
Yeah.
So are these people? Do they have a gripe? I mean, like, what's the issue?
Maybe they feel it's a foot on their back, man.
Foot on their neck.
Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me, on their neck. Yeah. And this is my thing, man. My take on. I don't know much about it. My thing is with war, man. Especially when civilians get. That's not a good. And I understand people want better. Everybody want better in lives, but sometimes you just got to fight for what you.
Right. Yeah. And see, until we know the other side of that story. I mean, we can always it's easy for us in America, man, to sit back here and just, like, damn, because that's what America does, man. They gonna paint one side as the bad, one
Yeah.
side as the good, and we just eat that shit up and like, all right,
Yeah.
it is what it is. This is what they told us. This is the bad guy. This is the boogeyman. So we just gonna roll with that.
And I see Biden already talking about sending money over there. I'm gonna still be talking about I want my reparations.
Want the reparation.
Yes, sir.
Man.
And I ain't going to the Cadillac dealership. No.
Alan, that's one of Alan's big topics over there, the cat on YouTube.
Yeah.
What you gonna do about it? He be talking about them reparations and this and that. He big on that. I don't want his ass to get on that one, boy.
Everybody else get it when they come to America. They get stuff.
Right? Do you think reparations were really well? I don't even know why I should ask this question because, like, when I asked that question, what do you think it was gonna do? Most black folks say it don't even matter. It don't matter. Just give it to us.
It probably would have mattered back then when they promised it. It would have made a difference by what you call it, generational wealth. It would have made a difference then.
I mean, that's a whole nother. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a topic that I'm not like real passionate about it. Like, hey, we need our reparations.
Right. Cause
You know what I mean?
It ain't like, it's different than like, just say you had a car parks, then you got a check coming. So it ain't like you anticipating that. So it ain't,
Right. Yeah, no, it's just like I kind of. It's not. I'm not gonna never sit up here and say don't give a shit. I'm not gonna sit
Right,
up here and
right.
say that. You know what I mean? But I be kind of stuck in like because you said they gave it to everybody goddamn else. It seems.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So why not give it to our ancestors who went through all that? You know what I mean?
Yep.
I would just say, but then because first I would say just give us land. But then we might be like in the Gaza, like what good is giving us land if they control all the resources, they control all electricity, they control the dollar, so they can shut that shit off anytime they want to.
Yeah. Like giving me, they go on the strip, they giving me some swamp land.
Right. Like, damn, man, what I'm supposed to do with this?
Right.
What I'm supposed to do with this? They would have to give us like a damn island, but and just give us the hey, here's bam. Y'all build your own infrastructure, your own banks, your own electricity. We develop our own resources. We create our own docks,
It can be
our
done.
own ships, our own hospitals. I mean, Alan, let us know how we sound, man, because we know we only got a few, but that's good. Check Facebook. I got to get this. What's oh shit? Here goes conspiracy theory. Call in. Hey man, look, 702-514-4268. Theo, I would love to hear what you said, what you talking about this fake war. I would love to hear. Come on, bro. Please call in or either hit the link. Let me know what you mean by that. Let me know what you mean. Let me get this link dropped real quick. Let me try it. Sometimes Streamlabs be tripping. Right on, Alan. I appreciate it, man. How you been doing, Alan? Man, I hope you've been doing good, bro. Thanks for tapping in, man. We was down and out last week. Well, I was down and out last week, but we couldn't go live, couldn't do the show. I didn't want to put COVID on nobody or a code, whatever you want to call it. You can call it whatever you want to call it. Not here to do that today. We not here to do that today. But we got a caller. We got a caller. Get a call. It was working earlier. Now it ain't working. Hold on, caller. Caller. Call right back. Yeah, hey, call right back. My Bluetooth didn't call right back.
And that's good.
Yeah, that was the look, and I did all this. My Bluetooth connected perfect. It connected perfect when I did the damn test. I want to hear his take on this war.
I think I might want to go by T.
T streaming, I know, yeah, and I be thinking that too. I'll be like, maybe he want to. Let me try to call. Damn thing.
I hear.
There it is. All right, it is connected now. T streaming callback. It is connected. 702-514-4268. We talking about this war, or as T streaming says, this fake war that's overseas. Let me know why it's fake. Let me know.
Says, there you go. About to say something. There you go.
We got a caller. Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Theo in the house.
What is going on? Let me turn you down.
What's
Let
up,
me
Theo?
call
What's
you
up,
down.
brother?
Theo, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? Talk to us, man. What are you trying to say, bro?
Okay, let's start over. Everything we were taught here in America is a lie. Do y'all agree? Yes or no?
Everything? I think
90%,
a lot.
yes.
I think a lot that we were taught here in America, yeah, it's a bunch of lies.
Yeah.
Okay, so understand something. I hope Brother Don, the preacher, listening. I need some preachers to chime in on this conversation. We were taught the Bible from a European perspective. We are the Hebrews of the Bible. We are the true people of Israel. So everything that's happening over there, we talk about them and we say pray for Israel, but what about us? This been happening to us every day. Every day. And they got one of the, I didn't get it right. Their defense system is so high tech. How a man fly through there on a kite? Or what is that, a parachute?
Yeah. I mean, they were shooting down. I saw them shooting down some of the missiles that were, so that is something you have to ask. Like, how the hell did kite get over?
Think about it. Then let's go back to 9/11. Everything was already planned. The building 7 that blew up. All these people are in charge of everything. And then here go another thing. I need y'all to listen to me. I'm digging deep with this one. Last week, was it Tuesday? We had that alert broadcasting system on our phone.
Yeah.
That could have been their signal. Let them know everything's in play. Let's go.
That could have been whose signal?
The signal to let Israel know, to let the people know to go ahead and drop the bombs over there.
But why would they have to send that to everybody's phone? Why can't they just pick up a phone?
Put everybody on one accord. Put everybody on one accord, G. Put everybody on one accord. Because guess what? You turn on to the news, then what did they hit us with? What did they hit us with a week before that? You know I'm deep with this.
Remind us.
Tupac killer get caught. Now the whole world talking about that big Daesh bomb in Israel.
So you think?
Man, it's all a ploy. It's all a plot.
You think Keefe D was a distraction?
Yeah, a major distraction. Yes, you know, you got to distract. We're the children of the book. We're the children of the Bible. Everything goes according to us. They do everything to distract us. We the only ones who really, ain't cussing. We the only ones who give a damn about Keefe D. You don't hear white folks and everything talking about them.
Well,
I'm just talking about us as a people.
Well, Streaming, it's a lot of black folks that I know they don't black on black crime. If it ain't affecting them, they not worried about it. You know what I mean? Especially
right. Oh yeah, true.
So I say that to say this, so they wasn't distracted by the Keefe D thing. They still stayed on the topic of the main subjects of the world. I understand your point. They try to put you on one thing, the smoke screen, pretty much.
It's basically all distraction.
Yeah.
And when you talking about Reds about reparations,
yeah,
them people get $9 billion a month, a year from Germany.
Yeah.
Right. And guess what? And guess what? Germany give them that money, and you talk about us, the people. Man, those people helped create Hitler.
Wow.
They helped create Hitler. You can pull up the coin with the fake Star of David and the swastika sticker on there. So if they so much against them, why do they have a coin over there like that?
Man.
Yeah.
And did you hear
what? So don't get distracted with this whole Israel thing, man.
But
don't. Huh?
Did you hear what I said about Biden? He already talking about sending money over there.
Right. Because you know why? Because they don't send half our money to Ukraine.
Exactly.
And guess what's happening to Ukraine? They still getting destroyed.
Yeah.
So yeah. And what do we get? We got homelessness over here and everything else. We don't get nothing.
And let me ask you this, Theo. Why do America always put their nose in something? We never, something go down, we never sit back and say, we just gonna see how it play out. We always want to send help or send troops.
Because we getting pimped out.
Yeah. I understand.
When we get off the line, like World War II. World War II, the Balfour Declaration, our president was sleeping with a woman.
Yeah. And
Israel say, hey, you owe us a favor, we expose you. Then what happened after World War II? Look this up. When we went over there, when Hitler got away, because they didn't kill Hitler, when he got away, what did America do? They took all the German scientists. What did the German scientists started here today in the United States? NASA.
Man, you got a lot of conspiracy theories. Let's welcome Alan to the show. What's up, bro? Thanks for joining, man. What's up?
Hey, man. Good to see you. Man.
You sound crispy, man. What kind of mic you got over there?
I got the most expensive one over here, man.
I see, man. Well,
I don't even know the name of it.
Send to that goddamn Cash App, there, man.
Hey, man. We'll do. Will do. You don't look like you need it though. We're trying to help the needy around here, man. Hey,
right.
Yeah. But hey, great show, man. I've been listening in, man. You guys is really getting it on over here. I like that. I like the topics and everything too.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Man, we trying. You got anything to add to our caller? Any questions for the caller?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I do have a question for the caller. The caller said that we were being distracted, and my thing is, so if we weren't being distracted, What is it that you think that we might be doing if we
That's a
weren't distracted?
great question.
Yeah.
We've been distracted for so long, it's really hard for me to say.
Oh yeah.
But Theo, you got to give us something, man, because what's the purpose of distracting us if we gonna sit on our hands anyway? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're saying they're distracting us. I mean, from us doing what?
From us waking up. From us waking up, knowing who we are the children of God. From us waking up, coming together, instead of what Red saying, instead of us killing each other, that's all distraction. If I can keep y'all confused, keep y'all hating each other, y'all will never grow in strength and numbers. Prime example. I'm finna take everybody back. Everybody over here over 50. Remember the Rodney King thing when everybody came together doing the riots? What happened?
It lasted for not too long.
And what happened in LA when they caught them? What they do in LA? You had the police going out there doing drive-bys.
Yeah.
Down there with the brother in Ferguson, they had the police in the boots in the riot gear, acting like they was marching with the police boots on, because they don't want us to come together. They don't want us to come together. Think about it. Why do we got 100 churches on the west side and we can't even come together with that?
Right. I get it. So we can talk about the issues, we can talk about the problems until we blue in the face. It's like, how do we put the blinders on? You know what I'm saying? How do we put the earmuffs in where we not falling for these distractions? Because social media, it's powerful. It's a powerful tool.
But G,
yes, sir.
You have to.
Yes, sir.
The start is G. You have to look at your brother and sisters like you're not my enemy. That's where it started. If I should be able to see you and say, man, I love you, man. You know what I mean? As a total stranger, but as a black man or a black woman, that's where it starts. Respecting each other and loving each other. But until we get to that part, everything it's gonna be a part.
All right, Alan, what you got to add, bro?
The way. I try to take a dispassionate step back when I think about these things. And from what I've seen, I've never really, I don't know what people mean when they say get together, because I grew up in the South. I grew up around a whole bunch of black folks. Everybody was together where I came up at, things like that. And it didn't translate into anything as far as, see, when you're talking about our situation, I think people are going to have to come out and say what they think our situation is. And when we start talking about what our problems are, what are the things that we're trying to solve? Basically, what is the goal? And every person I've ever met in life has their own particular goal. They have something that they're trying to do. And when I look at what we call the powers that be, I don't think they've ever had to get together. I think what happens is a few of those people might come together and get with an idea. And then eventually, if that idea proves to be stronger than anything else out there, then everybody else kind of follows behind it. Kind of like, I like to use the example of World War II. You got a situation where the Japanese are really kicking ass over there in the Pacific. They didn't have to go to every neighborhood and get everybody together and get everybody rallied in some type of unity in order to come up with a thing called an atomic bomb, Fat Man and Little Boy. It was just a few people that went into a room, and when they got in that room, they came up with it. And when they didn't know if this weapon would destroy the whole planet. They didn't know what was going to happen. They didn't know how it would affect the atmosphere, if it would tear a hole in the ozone layer. But only a handful of people got together and they came up with something that eventually proved to be the end of World War II. And so when people talk about unity and black folks getting together and loving one another, hey, I think all of those things are good. I think we should do all of those things. But as far as solving our problem, the one thing that we're going to have to do, I think, and everything I'm talking about is just a suggestion, is can we state the problem before we do anything else? Can we all come together as far as what we think the problem is? And I've never heard anybody tell me when I've asked them what was the problem, what is the issue, what's keeping you down, what's keeping you depressed. I've never had anybody that was able to tell me what they thought the problem was as far as Black folks and everybody else on the planet.
Theo?
Yes, sir. I'm listening.
You got anything to add to that, Red? You got anything to add to that? Or?
Yes. What's his name? Alan?
Yes.
Okay, Alan. Are you familiar with Albert Pike?
Yes.
Hello? You familiar with Albert Pike?
Yes.
That's the book that he wrote about the 3 world wars.
Mm-hmm.
He already put in perspective, when you say those people are like G's analogy. Those people are playing chess, not checkers. Mm-hmm. They had the wars set up way in advance back in the 1700s. Everything that they're doing is already created. Now, you talk about World War II, December 7th, they was talking about that back in November when they was going to drop the bomb. Everything they do is just not sporadic. They already got a game plan, the day, the time, and everything else. Everything they do, they're playing chess. And while the whole world is playing checkers and jacks, they're playing chess, putting their plays together. So look up Albert Pike in that book, and then we can discuss that. When he talks about the 3 world wars, he talks about Hitler never called himself a Nazi. They called themselves an Ashkenazi, N-A-Z-Y at the end. That's where that term Nazis come from them. So you got to do with the wordplay and understand. This is one of my favorite subjects I love to get on. Oh, all right, I'm done.
Hey, well, we definitely appreciate the call, man. We definitely appreciate you giving your input and your perspective on things. And hey, keep calling in, bro. When you hear a topic that you want to jump in on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a question for you, Theo. Before you go. Can you hear me? Theo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So America is supposed to be the big super pot, whatever, the melting pot, right? Why does the US owe China so much money?
Why do we got a Social Security and nobody else do?
What that got to do? You got to explain that, bro. You got to explain that.
Okay, explain. Because we've been in debt for so long from World War II. America has always been in debt to these places.
So we're property. Basically, we're property.
We're property. The War 1812. You understand what I'm saying? The War 1812. That's when everything really started. When they taught us that George Washington came over here for their freedom, no, they already knew the indigenous people was already over here, so that's when they sent them over here. They sent them over here to take over, to be a part of it. Like again, this goes back to Albert Pike's book. So you go back and understand and read this book, man, when he talks about all this, man, then what's our next war? The third war. The third war is with Islam, the Muslim people. And so he's setting up plays with all this. So America's been in debt. We've been in debt.
So
they tell us, and then we try to control everything. You know, it goes back to when we went over to Iraq. What did we go over there for? We went over there, weapons of mass destruction. No, we went over there to stealing people oil. Well, Texas got more oil, Texas and Alaska got more oil than all them little old countries. So they don't teach us that.
So Theo.
Well, by the way, the U.S. is the biggest oil producer on the planet. So yeah, the brother's correct about that.
Okay, so Theo, just say somebody owe you money and they've been making payments to you, Theo, right? So today you wake up and say, "Nah, I want all my money." What if China decide to wake up one day and say, "I want all my money in one lump sum"? What happens then?
They start selling us off. and good you brought that up, Red. Look at it. What does the media tell us about Putin? I'm glad you brought that up. What does the media teach us about Putin and Russia? They told us Putin was bad Russia. Yeah. You know what happened was I forgot the 5 countries. I know North Korea, the boys they killed. It's 5 countries that don't have a banking system in their country. Yes. And every one of those countries, the false Jews attacked those countries, made them bad guys. And so it's just like with Russia. Russia paid the Jews off, get out of our country. Now what do? Now they put him up. So what did Putin do? I'm gonna get a hold of China. Now, if you go into the scripture, that's Magog and Gog. That's in the Bible. That's going to destroy America. And I'm gonna go on this note. I gotta run and say one more thing. To all my Bible scholars listening, everybody who held us captives, the Jews, God destroyed them. So what you think America? What are you gonna do to America?
Bro, thank you for the call in, man. We are, hey. Hopefully we get some comments. Hey, this is out of my league. This conversation. I'm not really on the Bible tip, so but I'm listening and I'm taking it all in, and hopefully we can learn something from it.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But
sir.
but I will say this, man. I'm all about solutions, man. I'm about solutions. I want to hear solutions and no more problems, man. Hey, thanks for calling in, bro. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Y'all be good. I'm listening.
Holla at you, man.
All right, bro. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, man. So we wanted to touch on the war just briefly. We wasn't, like I said, man. This is just random topics. We basically just trying to try to keep some momentum since I missed last week. So we didn't really do our homework this week. So we apologize. So we just jumping off random topics. My boy Jay was supposed to call in. He got some relationship topics he wanted to talk about, but we're not gonna be on here long today. We might give y'all a hot hour. We trying to watch these Aces play. So what's going on in that Long Beach area, Alan? What's been going on, bro?
Oh man, you know what? Not much. We signed our contract. The cargo was flowing, but the fight that we have in Long Beach is the fight that we've always had, and that is, of course, these companies want to get rid of the labor, and that's always going to be what it is, man. They want to get rid of the labor at all costs. Even though we unloading the ships faster, we getting the cargo to the people, everybody's getting their stuff on time. Los Angeles, Long Beach makes up about 50% of everything that comes into the United States. And the labor down there does an amazing job, man. We do jobs that can probably kill you. We do some very, very dangerous work. And these companies would rather have robots come in and do it. And that's the thing. So the only fight in Long Beach is the fight for the city. There is one company. There's a company called Long Beach Container Terminal, and that's owned outright by Costco Shipping. And Costco was not the same Costco that you go to get the big box items. It's the China Overseas Shipping Company. They own that, and that basically means that the whole city of Long Beach is owned by China. But I will say this, man. I like the question that Red just asked. And he said, he was, the statement he made, about the U.S. being in debt to somebody. I want to say this. I think I saw where Red was going with it. And my thing is, yeah, if I owe G Gates $50 and he says, Alan, I want my $50. And I say, I'm not about to give it to you. And then he says, well, I'm coming to get it. At that point, everything we're talking about comes down to one thing, and that is superior force. Right. And at this point in time, the United States is the leader in superior force and has been for a long time. It's the most powerful country in the history of the planet. So there is no such thing as owing people that can't come and get their money. There's no such thing as that. If China will never decide to say we're coming to get our money, because for China to come and get their money, for Russia to come and get their money, the only thing that could happen is they would have to launch some nuclear weapons and blow up the whole entire planet, because that's the only way that it could happen. As far as military might, the U.S. doesn't owe anybody that can't collect from them. So that's what's going on in Long Beach. That's what's going on in the world.
Yeah, interesting. Go ahead, Rich.
I like that statement. That's true. Yeah. They can if they could collect, they would, but they can't. They, like saying, blow it up. They still won't get nothing.
Well, look, it's that's, you guys both make some good points, on that, man. But it's like I said, man, I like to talk about solutions, and I love my boy Theo. He is the true definition of a conspiracy theorist. He's like, hey, that's he come at you with some stuff. But I need proof, man. You got to give me more than just words and dates and what ifs and they doing this. I just need a little bit more at this point. I definitely believe it's a bunch of lying, Anyway, I want to move off of that. I want to move off of that. Red, you got anything else, bro?
No, I didn't.
Man, what do y'all think is coming to the future, man? What new inventions do y'all think is?
I heard on the just listen to the radio. They supposed to be building houses on Mars in like 20 years.
Do y'all believe that?
Yeah, anything.
I do.
Possible.
You believe
I
that?
do.
Yeah,
I do.
They say they say Elon Musk and Bill Gates and all these guys. They say I heard somebody. I saw a video. They said they trying to invent a pill. Basically, you ain't gonna die. What is it called?
Immortal.
Yeah, immortal pill.
Mm-hmm.
If they offered you that pill, well, put it like if they offered that pill and the cost was 1 million, how hard would you be trying to work to get that 1 million to get that pill? Or would you just say, or would you be working hard? You would want that 1 mil? No,
not very hard. No.
Oh, you say not very hard. Okay, all
not
right.
very hard. Yeah.
Why? Because you wouldn't. Why? Because you don't trust the pill, or you just like I don't want to live that. It ain't that serious. What?
Yeah, one. I just the first thing. See, I'm a person. I'm a creature of habit, and everybody I've known has died. You know, I don't know nobody who's been immortal. So yeah, that sound like right off the rip something I don't even want to mess with. So yeah, I think that'd stop me. And then the fact that I got to get $1 million, and you know that'd be number two, and I ain't gonna get there. So no, I don't think. I don't think I'm messing with it.
I got questions. So my question would be, how old do I stay the same?
Right.
Age or,
yeah.
Well, I need some. You gotta give some topics. You know, do I get
brother? Is your name Red or Reg?
Reg, R-E-G.
R-A-G, Reg. I'm sorry. Okay, Reg. Right on. Yeah, I like that. I got questions too, man. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna be looking like as an immortal.
Right. I don't want to live forever and be 90. You know what I mean? And I'm 90 forever. No.
Nah.
Right.
Nah.
Right. Reg, let me ask you a question, right? This happens all the time. We see it on TV. What do you think should happen when someone has been exonerated after a long prison sentence due to recent evidence clearing them of their crimes? What do you think should happen?
If they was falsely accused, the accuser should be sued. And
what if the accuser's dead?
Now you got to go to they got to pay him $1 million for every year he was locked up.
Yeah,
$1 million for every
I
year.
agree.
Yep,
I agree.
But what are they getting? Does anyone know?
It varies. Some people get way underpaid. Some people I seen one dude get $1 million for 20 years.
He got 1 million.
He got 1 million,
and they probably taxed that.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
taxed that.
you know they did.
And lawyer fees.
You know they did.
Yeah,
that's sad.
You should get $1 million a year for you did in penitentiary.
Yeah, when you think about that, yeah, the people that the people that did the false accusations and everything, they should get some time. They should get hit with it. They never do. Yeah. If they're still alive, they never get hit with that. I think it happened a lot, and it dropped. That happened a couple of times in San Francisco. I've seen it a couple of times in California. I mean, well, San Francisco is California, but you know what I mean, Southern California. So, yeah, the people that made those accusations don't ever face any charges, man. It's just that the person is let go and that's it. No, I don't think that should be the case. And also, when it comes to cops that do the framing and things like that, these folks need to have their immunity stripped because, one, that is a public servant position.
Right.
That's a public job that you have.
I agree with that.
And I don't think that you should be able to. I think once you do something that is against the public interest or the public wishes, you get found guilty of it. I believe that your pension and everything else should leave you. And that would stop a lot of people from signing up and trying to join the police force. And then we could maybe get a lot of black folks on the police force if that was the case.
That's you know what? Just a segue. Black police officers. Do you think, because I think if there were more black police officers, especially in these predominantly black areas, here in Vegas, the West Side, because I just believe, us as a people, we understand each other a little bit better. You know what I mean? Yeah. Look, it's a book called Talking to Strangers. I forgot the name of the author. I just finished listening to it, and it details the Sandra Bland. I'm pretty sure most of us know who Sandra Bland was. It kind of it details her story on how it's a very interesting read. I'm not even gonna try to break it down right here because I'm gonna mess it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have to listen to it again, take notes so I can retain some of the information. But it's a great listen, great read on talking to strangers, on how we perceive body language, and all. It's very interesting. Check it out. It's called Talking to Strangers. Matter of fact,
Talking to strangers.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna give y'all the author right now. Hold on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna listen to it again. So the book you gotta listen to read a few times to retain some of this information. Yeah, Talking to Strangers by Malcolm Gladwell. Check
Oh,
that.
Malcolm Gladwell. Yeah,
Yeah,
I've heard of him
check it
before.
out because he's using all real life situations.
Hmm.
He goes into Hitler on the what did he say? He thought it's just crazy. He goes into a bunch of different real life
Okay.
historic things. But like I said, we weren't gonna be here long. We were just trying to give you a hot hour. Reg, you got anything else you want to add, man, before we bounce up out of here?
Yeah, I want to add on that. You
Go
said
ahead,
about
bro.
bringing more blacks police.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all. That's what I was on. Thanks, Reg. My bad.
Yeah. So the thing is, to me, they're trained a certain way. To me, this is just my opinion. To me, they're trained. They got the old ways, but they're trying to update the new ways. And like you hear a lot of people say, they need to revamp the whole training situation, and that's what I think it is because the way it's not working, the way they still training officers, but no matter where they go.
Right.
A real talk.
Right.
I agree.
And in this book, they were talking about, I want to say it was in Kansas City. In Kansas City, they were trying to figure out, which areas did the crime all happen in one place or did it bounce around? But anyway, they created a system that if they saw when they pulled over a motorist, if they saw certain things, they're automatically supposed to think this.
Yeah.
So that's what when this officer pulled Sandra Bland over, that's what he was doing.
Right.
He walked, on the passenger side first to see if their techniques to see if she only had one key, and that would tell them that maybe they're just making a run. If there was fast food wrappers on the around there, it was several different things that he was looking for, but he never took into account what she had been through a few days earlier or how her day was going. He just kept on saying, "Oh, you look irritated." Yeah, she was like, "I am irritated. You pulled me over for a change in lanes." And when you hear the history of this officer, of how he was just fucking with people for small shit, and I'm like, God, that's what he was doing. And so
egging her on.
he was egging her on. He like 20 minutes
Yeah.
before that, he had just pulled somebody over for something crazy, a crooked license plate. It was something crazy.
And you can imagine how many complaints he got, and they still put him back out there.
Yeah, still put him back out there. Still put him back out there. And they in this book they talk about suicide and coupling. Like, I never thought about this. Have you guys ever thought about this? People that have committed suicide, that they usually only do it one way. They won't normally go look for another way. Like, some people are like, no, I'm not about to shoot myself in the head, Or some people say, I'm not about to jump off no goddamn building, Some people, they'll stick their head in the oven back when they had those gas ovens with that carbon monoxide and go that way. Or take some
Really?
pills. Yeah, in the book, they talk about coupling. Like, because they said, like, in the Golden Gate Bridge, I think in the book they were talking about, they were debating on whether they should put up suicide barriers.
Yeah.
You heard about it, and I think they did put them up, and it was like, well, is it going to prevent suicides, or will they just go look for another way? They say usually not. He said usually because that it's like it's what it's called coupling, and I haven't did a lot of research on it, so I can't really break it down. But just listen to the book or read the book, and it'll break it down and explain.
What's the name of the book?
Talking to Strangers. That book.
That's in that book
all
too.
In that book. Yeah. Yep.
Oh wow. Okay.
All that's in there.
Okay.
All that's in there. It's a very interesting read or listen, man. Very, very interesting. Alan, you got anything else to add, bro? Before we
Oh no. You know what? I've learned you know what? I didn't know about Talking to Strangers. I have heard of Malcolm Gladwell. Didn't know about the book. I'm gonna look that up, try to find a way to read that. Maybe have to order it off of Amazon or something like that, because I think it's something about actually flipping through the pages and looking at the words, I think it does. I think it helps me out. I think I get better when I do that as opposed to doing it electronically. But no, I think everything on here tonight, it's just been, it's food for thought to think about things. The brother that was coming up and he talked about the conspiracies and whatnot. Reg being over there asking about what do you think about America being in debt? Listen, those are all things that make for great conversations. They really do. And I'm just looking forward to hearing more of it.
Yeah, definitely, man. We're definitely gonna get better, man. We were talking about earlier, we need to, start taking this shit serious and doing our homework, and and so we can really put out the information that we're trying to put out, so we can at least sound like we halfway educated over in this bitch. And Alan, we are pretty, man. You're always welcome over here. I know you probably didn't know this channel, but this one
Oh,
to be
man,
at.
had no idea.
Yeah.
Had no idea
Well,
about this
I
channel.
had to take a break from the other. I had to. I got to get my energy back right. From that other
Yeah.
space. I can't.
Yeah,
do
me
it,
too.
bruh. I can't do
Me
it,
too.
man.
Me too.
These are the type
Yeah,
of
that's tiring,
conversations
man.
I like having. You know what I
A
mean?
a person that's on the level that you're on right there, like, yeah, I can see you not even wanting to deal with that over there like that, bro. You're not, and I'm not. I'm look. This is not an elitist or anything like that. But look, man, I think there comes a level of maturity in a person's life where the conversation has to move forward for people. And look, man, I consider myself to be quick in a lot of things. Talking about other people and coming up with insults that sound really good is not one of the things that I'm quick at. Right.
Right. I'll feel you. Well, definitely, man. This every Wednesday at 6 p.m. We should have our young lady back, which we're trying to get different guests set up, and we're trying to come up with different topics and things like that. Trying to get our structure right. First we got to get this damn platform right. Like I say, 1 week this shit'll work, and it'll go out. This, that. Everybody that's on Facebook on my personal page, in order for us and everybody to see your comments, you got to go over to the Vegas Live page on Facebook. Tank, I see your comment on Facebook. Tank says they train officers to kill. That's it. Period. They train them to kill. Yeah, they do train to shoot center mass. They don't train to wound or not now. No, center mass.
Well,
The threat is down.
Speaking of that, I do have one thing to add before you jump off and everything. I do want to say this, and this is only a suggestion for Black folks. Period. My suggestion would be to comply with whatever the officer has to say at the time. I know that sometimes we get in our feelings, and maybe that's insulting. And yes, we are citizens. I mean, look, we're the oldest citizens in the United States. I understand that. I get it. I know that they shouldn't be talking to you this way and that way. But look, the person that you're talking to has certain death strapped to their hip, and they also have a license to kill. And you never know if this person is a racist or not. And even if they're a Black person, you never know how much of a victim they are to racism, as far as what they might do. So my thing is, whatever these people are talking about or telling you, you know what I'm saying? I would say comply as best you can. That's my suggestion. That's what I do. I'm not telling people something that I don't do, something I'm making up. It doesn't cost you any money. The people come up there, they call you a crazy person. They ask you, are you irritated and everything? Look, talk to these folks the way that you would talk to them people that you go into the bank to talk to as far as getting that loan. I'm just saying, comply with them, be as polite as possible. And remember this, always remember this. It does not mean that you're not going to receive the bullet to the back of the head. I'm just saying, I think your chances are greater if you do that.
I agree with you, man, because like at the end of the day, you trying to go home, and they trying to go home. And it's been many situations where my attitude, I was real nice. It got me out of a ticket. So I got to agree with you.
Right.
Most definitely, man. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Shit, the darker you are, the more you need to comply. I know that shit makes a difference.
Even though,
you know what I mean?
Even though I understand what you're saying. Even though you know your rights, even you know the officer wrong.
Right.
Like I said, he's got that power. He was reaching for something. You don't talking
to strangers. Yeah. You don't know how his day has been.
Yeah.
So Don't even, nah. All right, put the cigarette. All right, man, I'm good.
No matter all the training you got, when it comes to you, still human in the end.
Yeah, let's get home. Let's get home safe, man. And having conversations like this,
there's one training. There's one training that supersedes everything else, as far as what I know, and that is I've been on jobs, and there was supposed to have been training, and there's a rule book and there's an HR and everything like that. But a person who's determined to practice racism doesn't follow those rules.
Correct.
And so you might have an officer who's really just a racist in a uniform. And he woke up that day and he decided he wanted to smoke somebody. Do your best to make sure it's not you.
Most definitely, man. Well, there you have it. There you have it, man. Well, until next week, man, we want to give y'all a hot hour. We appreciate you guys that joined. Theo, we see your last comment, 1864, the police formed, slavery ended. Yeah, BDP, KRS-One made a song about that. He made a song about that. Definitely, we appreciate that. Yeah, but until next week, man, we going to have some more hot topics, man. We going to jump in here. Next week, we'll probably be on there for about 2 hours, probably hour and a half, 2 hours at the most. Alan, you're always welcome to tap in. Always willing to, damn, what's the word I'm looking for? You're always welcome to hit the link. Sometimes you got to slow down. God damn. Just slow down. But anyway, we'll see y'all next week. The Aces are winning. Hold on. Let me tell y'all this Aces score before we get out of here.
Why you saying the score? Brother Allen, it was nice talking to you, man.
Oh, you too, Reg. It was great talking to you, man. I hope to see you again.
For sure.
Most definitely. He's going to be here every week. We about to go hard to the end of this year, man. We going to try to grow this thing, man. Try to teach some people. Try to motivate some people. But that's what we all about, man. But we'll holler at y'all. Alan, stay up, bruh.
All right, you too.
To the rest of the clique, we'll holler at y'all. Peace out, man. Peace out. Hold on. Damn. Stay connected. Vegas Gates.